You know, you ever think about some movie scenes that you saw way back in the day, but then you watch them as like a grown adult and it just hits much different when you think back on what was happening in those movie scenes? I was at work just thinking random thoughts, and I was thinking, you know, everybody likes to talk about these fictional cities of Dakota, where Static Shock is a hero, or Gotham, where Batman's a vigilante, or the even the city of Townsville, where it seems to be like a monster attack every single day. And these would be places you don't want to go visit, right? You don't want to go to Townsville. You don't even want to go to Citiesville. But I don't think people really think about how horrible a city of Detroit is. And I don't mean our Detroit. I don't mean the Detroit in our world. I don't think people realize how horrible the fictional city of Detroit from the Crow movie is. From the Crow 1, the dystopian Detroit that all those folks lived in, how horrible must that city be? I mean, when you really, really think about it, some guy got offed, him and his wife got offed on what they call Devil's Night. Okay? Devil's Night, where there's some crime ring that's setting fires to the entire city. That's just to start the movie. There's some guy that rose from the dead in that city. That's one. Fires are getting set to the entire city as a holiday. That's two. Top Dollar, the main villain, Top Dollar, he is pushing his product all throughout the city, and even little kids are on it. Kids are on it. Sarah, her mama, she on morphine, can't even raise Sarah. She got to, turn a few tricks to earn a living. There's people like Fun Boy living in that city. People like 1010 living in that city. And that brings me to why I originally thought about how horrible Detroit was. Here it is. The main character just rose from the dead and he's on a vengeance quest. The first person he is locked in on is 1010. 1010 has a lot of knives on him. That's his thing. He fights with knives. He likes doing that. That's how he offed the people. You know what I mean? That's how he offed the main character and his wife. So he just sitting in an alley, minding his own business, doing his best Joey Swole. He just minding his own business, just doing that in a dark alley. And out pops the Crow, just out of nowhere. He just shows up in a dark alley and he's ready to kill 1010. And you know what 1010 says? What you all painted up for, crackhead? Halloween ain't your mañana. Come on. What kind of city must you live in where this is normal? Where this is no... He wasn't even afraid of the Crow. He acted like this is normal behavior for him. Like, think about it. 1010 is sitting in an alley and the crackhead coming to attack you part in a random alley. That's not the weird part. His face being painted. That's the weird part about all of this. So you mean to tell me some random person in the alley can just challenge you to a knife fight, and 1010's okay with that part. What kind of city must you live in that this is normal? And there's another thing. Devil's Night has become so normalized that they have Devil's Night greeting cards. That's what Top Dollar was complaining about. That Devil's Night has become commercialized. That's the kind of city they live in. That's crazy. We're setting fire to the entire city is so normalized, they have now made greeting cards for Devil's Night. I mean, when you think about the craziness of Detroit, where the Crow lives, it ain't no freaking way I'm just gonna say to myself, "Oh, let's go take a vacation in Detroit." That's not happening in the real world. Never mind this dystopian future of Detroit. No, ain't no freaking way. I mean, we talk about Gotham and Dakota and Townsville and wherever the Flash lives. All these cities, we talk about that all the time. But if you really think about it, there are a lot of bad cities out there. In Detroit, from the Crow One, is another one. Now, I might get into the city of Los Angeles in another video, but that's another place where I don't want to visit. I don't want to go to this place. Wherever the Crow 2 took place, the city of Los Angeles, in that future, no, I don't want to go there. Another place, wherever the Spirit lives, I don't want to go to that city. I think it's the same name as the Flash's city, but I don't want to go there. I don't want to live there. There are some cities I don't want to live in. From the Crow 1, Detroit, that's one of them.